Part 4, M for medications. Make sure you discuss these with your provider, what medications you're taking, even the over-the-counter ones, any herbal supplements, herbs. Speak to your provider so they know which medications are safe during pregnancy or not. N, never be afraid to talk to your provider. You should have a good, trusting relationship with your provider. You spend lots of time with them throughout your pregnancy. It's a very long course of your time. I want to make sure that you have that trusting relationship. If not, there's plenty of providers out there. Make sure you find one that meets your needs. It's a good idea to write down questions when you go, and hopefully you get them all answered when you go in. O, over-the-counter medications, like we talked about before. Anything you take over-the-counter, we should be aware so we can have on file. And just to make sure that it's safe during pregnancy, try to have you avoid the majority of things throughout pregnancy because there's not enough studies done whether they're safe or not. P for physical activity. It's important during pregnancy that you have good physical activity, you have a good posture, you sit up straight. Everything in your belly and back are going to be stretching and pulling forward, so your gait's going to be off a little bit. You're going to be much more sore, so a good posture is important. Practicing yoga, it's one of my favorite. Just good stretching, open everything up, so those ligaments and joints, so they don't get so stiff during pregnancy. Q for queasy. Pregnancy brings on a lot of nausea, vomiting, sick to your stomach-like feeling. There's lots of things you can do that can relieve some of this. Like eating small meals throughout the day, high in protein, low in carb, like 5 or 6 meals or so, just to help settle the gastric juices. Q for questions as well too. If you have any, you should write them down, bring them to your appointment with you so we can review them. R, read. You have to self-educate yourself as much as possible through baby apps, magazines, articles, online. Learn about baby, so lots of reading. Review tips and tricks of what work for other people as well too. And read food labels so you know what you're consuming. S for saunas. Saunas and hot tubs should be avoided during pregnancy because if it makes you warm, it makes baby even warmer on the inside. You should know your signs of labor for your S's. Sexual relations are okay during pregnancy unless your provider tells you otherwise. T, traveling long distance. It's okay. Once you get 36 weeks and greater, planes will want you to avoid travel or going anywhere. If you absolutely have to, take a copy of your records with you. Stretch every couple hours, get up and walk around, keep your bladder empty. T, toxoplasmosis. Have you heard of that before? That is something that you'd want to look up and know about too, which is an infection. Moving on to the next part.